Welcome to part 4 of Managing Communication Challenges with Your Teen Daughter. I'm Dr. Kimberly Palmiato, and I help girl moms manage the emotional roller coaster of puberty and beyond. In this part 4, we're going to talk about abstract language and how that might be impacting your communication with your daughter. One communication mistake we might make with our teen girls is using this abstract language in our directions, our arguments, and our requests. Have you ever told her to go clean a room, and when you go and check on it, it's still a giant mess? You ask her why, and she didn't clean it, and she says, I didn't know what you're talking about. Then it escalates into a debate and maybe an argument, and then you both end up super frustrated in the end. This is a perfect example of using abstract language with the expectation of clear communication. Abstract direction of clean your room leaves a lot of wiggle room for interpretation on her part. She might think that taking the dirty dishes down and throwing her clothes on the chair in the corner is clean, while you expected everything to be put away where it goes so the floor is visible and maybe her bed is made. The problem is abstract language definitely communicates, but it's vague. If you want to have clear communication, you'll need to operationalize your language, basically define what you need. Instead of saying, clean your room, try, can you please hang up all your clothes, bring all the dirty dishes down, and then make your bed? This leaves a little room for interpretation of what your expectation is for clean the room. The same thing goes for behavioral expectations. Instead of telling her to be respectful, define it. Explain to her what that means to you by saying something like, I need you to be more respectful when you're trying to explain why you want to do that. You can do this by using a calm voice, not rolling your eyes at me, and maybe listening to me without interrupting. When you're being respectful during our discussions, it helps me to hear you and be able to respond better to you. When you're explaining this, it's always best to do it at a time when you're both calm. When we're in conflict, we tend to use more negative and abstract language because our emotions are taking over, so it's hard to stop and find a way to define our needs. However, if you've already had the discussion of what these terms mean, then it's easier to kind of use that abstract term or just remind her of the specific actions or behaviors during that time of conflict. When you model this for her, even in times of arguments, you're giving her another little gift of how to use clear communication with others.